What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to the second episode of the TH11 Triples, highlighting to you some of the amazing 3-star attacks we've had recently in war. The first one here is a GoLaLoon attack. We'll then look at a Massbola strategy and the types of bases you can take out with it, followed with a Bola and Witch attack, and finishing up the video with a Quatro LavaLoon strategy. That is strictly lava hounds, balloons and minions to take out a base. So this first one is by Dan, a very experienced attacker in Red Elite. I may look to bring you a guide on this LavaLoon strategy that he uses because he is a beast and pulled off his 6-pack in this war actually. Starting this attack though, he's coming in with a golem from the bottom to tank, followed by his heroes. That is going to enable him to take out an air defense, the eagle artillery and the enemy archer queen, which you will see there is a poison down ready for her as well, which also takes out that partly lured clan castle. A nice bonus is that he's going to take out one of the wizard towers as well. Now that can be very detrimental to a LavaLoon strategy, especially towards the end of a raid, but just look at how effectively he's using the skeleton spells here, placing it down in between his queen and the enemy archer queen so that it's continually spawning them skeletons and distracting the enemy archer queen, and she doesn't even get a single hit on Dan's archer queen. Fantastic play. 2 lava hounds are then cut in from separate angles towards this other air defense in the south, with balloons sprinkled in behind them alongside the haste spells to push them straight to the eagle artillery and the other bulk of defences down in that area as well. The Grand Warden also came in with that bulk of balloons, and then you'll see another lava hound cutting across to the air defence at the northwest. Now there's basically an air defence in each quadrant of the base, and we're just going to be able to sprinkle balloons into them areas, and each of the defences around the air defence are all within range of it. And what that means is the lava hound sitting on top of the air defense can tank every single one of the defences, which means the balloons coming in behind will be absolutely unscathed. As long as we use them spells effectively to push the balloons over the defences quickly, we shouldn't be in any trouble. You'll see that as the remaining lava hounds pop, we even have a freeze spell for this final air defense, but more importantly the wizard tower, because we have such a big group of balloons coming over, we wouldn't want it doing splash damage, and on top of that we even had the Grand Warden's ability. Once the Inferno Tower goes down, there is a sneaky Tesla in the corner, but we're basically on to clean up, and with so many lava pups on the map, along with that lonely goblin for these resource buildings, we're not going to run out of time, and we're basically guaranteed the 3-star attack. So a brilliant raid using the GoLaLoon strategy, very effective on that layout as we were able to get the enemy archer queen, an air defense and the eagle artillery initially, and then the majority of remaining defenses were actually in range of the other air defense, which was perfect for the lava hounds to tank. Moving on to the next attack, we have the Massbola strategy, very popular before the last update but still very effective. The bolas are still used in the majority of ground strategies, and using a mass group of them is still certainly an option, but you need to be selective on the base layout. Ones like this with not many compartments and huge open cores that the bolas can just walk through are definitely viable. So a couple of bolas at either side along with a few healers just to start working the funnel. That will ensure that the bulk of the bolas go into the core. A jump spell was able to provide access straight into the middle, and a couple of rage spells really helped to power the bolas forward. The Grand Warden's Eternal Tome was also used early on to really make the most of it by encompassing the majority of the bolas. Another rage spell right in the centre of the core was able to push our troops straight through it, all of them high damage defences going down. The Queen's ability was also able to be saved until she got pretty much to the other side of the core to help take out some of them back end defences. You'll see them groups of bolas that were used for funneling have also walked down the side of the base. Having them healers on them is very helpful. A couple of bolas at either side was able to do a massive amount of damage, and then you'll see there's only a few defences left at the end here. It is also handy that the healers have swapped onto the golem just to bring it up to full health and tank for the remainder of this raid, and with only a few defences left and this group of bowlers coming to take them out, there's no way this isn't going to be a 3-star. As soon as that archer tower locked onto the golem, a couple of minions were also brought in just to take out these elixir collectors and help with time. That also means that the bowlers can lock onto that archer tower quicker, the thing which is actually going to do some damage to them. And with that, it wraps up the 3-star attack using the Massbola strategy. Still very viable on bases like this, which are nice and open that the bowlers can purely walk through the base. Moving on to the next one, we have a southern teaser, and the first thing you'll notice is that both of the inferno towers are set to single. Hence, when we're looking at the army composition, we have the witches. Check out this balloon, look at the value that he gets for it. The amount of air bombs that were in this region to try and stop a queen walk was unbelievable, and that they could be easily taken out with a single balloon was just a massive flaw in this base design. A jump spell is very nicely used actually to provide access across all of them walls. A golem then goes down first for tankage, followed by the bowlers and witches, the grand warden for that aura, and the king. The queen actually doesn't want to use that jump spell and decides to walk right around the side, but it provides access for all of them troops to get straight into the middle. The eternal tome is used along with a rage spell, and as a general rule of thumb on a southern teaser, you tend to want to come in from the side of the base. You definitely don't want to come in from the south where the defender wants you to. You want to minimize the amount of troops getting hit by all of them traps. The core is pretty much down at this point, and we've kind of split into two groups, which is quite nice on southern teasers because again it means that any one group isn't taking massive splash damage. The bowlers in the centre have the healers on them and they're going to get through a few more defences, and then we also have this big group to the south which has the Grand Warden giving them that boost, and also the Archer Queen as well. You will see the giant bombs down there didn't do massive amounts of damage. The first one hit a couple of bowlers and the second one hit the Archer Queen, in which the healers are coming across anyway to bring her health back up. With the witches left standing to spawn all of these skeletons and distract for the Archer Queen, the Grand Warden, we even have a second jump spell just to provide access to these few remaining defences. We do have some splash damage defences sitting over at the end here, but with the Archer Queen and Grand Warden sitting at full health and the healers behind them, there's no way that the defences are going to take out these troops. It's purely down to time, and as you can see with the Archer Queen moving around the inside of the base, this is going to wrap up another 3-star attack at Town Hall 11. Moving on to the final raid of this video, this one is going to be the Quatro LavaLoon strategy, so 4 lava hounds, 23 balloons and 11 minions to help rush in behind them. We're coming in with the heroes down from the southwest, and I have to say before we start actually that this replay is a little bit older. I think it's a nigh on 2-month-old now, because when I look at it I can't actually see the bomb towers within the base. That's not going to matter to this air strategy, and it is a max base bar some of the heroes, so I thought I'd bring it to you anyway in this video. I'm pretty sure we were going for that air defense down on the southwest, didn't get it, but we did manage to take out the enemy Archer Queen, and similar to the very first raid you saw on this video, because there's these compartments next to the air defense which are packed full of defenses within range of them, it makes it easy to sit a lava hound on top to tank for balloons, and therefore a comfortable LavaLoon strategy. On this one we just push all of the lava hounds into the north, followed by all of the balloons and then the minions, almost like the original Quatro LavaLoon strategy. The only thing we need to worry about are the 2 inferno towers, but we do have a haste and a rage spell to help either side. A freeze spell is again used on a wizard tower just at the back end here to help with this big clump of balloons coming through. The lava hounds still over there tanking for that air defense, and the balloons will just slowly move their way around, as well as this big group of lava pups and minions moving through. They're going to help to bring down these defenses and these trash buildings, very importantly getting the Eagle artillery down, because that could have done massive amounts of damage with our balloons grouped together. They're slowly going to move across and take out the remaining defences. There's only really the wizard tower that can give them any grief, but we've more than enough troops to take care of that. And that wraps up this final 3-star raid. I hope you enjoyed this second episode of the Town Hall 11 Triples. Make sure to subscribe for all of my latest Clash of Clans videos. I've been your host Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out guys. Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.